Hey, welcome to the third recording of the Perfect Pic software training. Today we're going to talk about how you can edit photographs, how you can add effects to the photographs, or design a good book. Where we left it in the last session was we used the autoflow button to fill in all our pictures. Now I'll show you how we can go in and edit some of the pictures. We'll start with the cover. The first picture, as you can see, the faces are covered by this preset template. To change that, you've got two options. One, you can double click the picture itself, and that gives you an option to move the picture around. So you can zoom in to the picture, or if that's not going to give you the effect that you want, you can reduce the size of the picture itself and then double click again and get the picture to the right place. As you can see, there are warning triangles. These warning triangles just tell you that the picture quality is lower than what our preset criteria is. This is not something to be overly concerned about, because what you see on screen is what is going to be printed out. We've set our picture quality minimum criteria at 300 dpi, but our absolute minimum bottom line DPI is 75. So anything within that range will print, but it'll be as fuzzy as you see it on the screen. So if it looks fine on the screen, the choice is yours of whether you want to change the picture or you want to keep that picture. Okay, let's go through the bars at the bottom here. We'll start off with the page style. If you click on any of the pages, what you'll notice at the bottom is you get a whole host of preset page styles. If you just scroll across, so there are quite a number of page styles that we've got, and you can choose any of these. To change a page style, it's a simple drag and drop exercise. Just drag the ones that you want, drop it onto the page, and the software will automatically change the page style for you. And again, if you want to change the picture within the frame to fit the frame, just double click and then drag it across how you want the picture to be positioned. That's how you do your page styles. Alternatively, you could change your masks. You get the wizard that will help you, tell you what you need to be doing, but to change a mask, you just drag and drop again. Again, there's a big option of masks that the software has already got pre-assigned, and if you want to change the masks, you just take the mask that you want and drag it onto the picture. And it's as simple as that. Similarly, you can change your background, and it follows the same principle. If you want to change your background, in this case, I'm going to put a beach paradise background. It's just another drag and drop, and there you go. You've got a changed background. The principle works exactly the same on frames. Again, the wizard will keep reminding you of that. And remember, you can turn off the wizard by just going on to Assistant and disabling the Assistant if you wanted to. If you want to change a frame, again, you get a preset number of frames, and all you do is drag and drop it. Again, if you want to adjust the picture, just go in there and you can drop it. Similarly, we've got scrapbook items. You can just drag and drop a scrapbook item. You can do this in one of two ways. You can either just drop it onto the screen and then adjust it as you feel fit, or you can add a picture box. Place the picture box where you want, size the picture box and place it where you'd want it, and then just drag and drop. Okay, now we go on to the menu bars on the right hand side. The first one gives you options within the picture itself. So we'll start off by changing the opacity of the picture. You can increase or decrease it as you feel fit. This is a good feature if you want to have picture on picture. So the opacity feature is a good feature to create effects. You can, for example, make that opaque and add a further picture on picture onto that. It just gives you a different effect. Alternatively, you can add a border to a picture, and you can increase the size, change the color, and again make it as opaque as you'd want to. You could drop shadows, change the angle of the shadow, blur the shadow, change the color, expand it, and again make it as opaque as you'd want to. Next we'll look at the feature of the actual picture itself. Again, here you've got a number of options. I'll just flip that one horizontally just to see how you can change the orientation of a picture by flipping it. You can change the color of a picture from original to black and white or to sepia. Increase brightness or change the contrast. Again, giving you lots of options on the effects that you can create. You've also got the option of adding other kind of effects, and you can blur this one, change the color, again giving you plenty of scope to be as creative as you want to be. Next we'll quickly talk about the text box. The text box is a standard text. You double click and here you can change the font, change the size of the font, the color, you can put an outline, again play around with spacing, the margin size, character size, center it. So you've got plenty of options within the text box. You can also change the page backgrounds. If I didn't want to have a themed background, let's just go and show you how that will done. If I get rid of the background altogether, we can change the page background to any color we want. So there are a couple of other features that I just want to show you. At the top end here, you've got the undo button at the top. You can save your work. The software actually automatically saves work. So even if you were to have a power cut or you're running out of battery, it will automatically save your work. This feature here is where you can add a picture box. With that one you add a text box. This is what we showed you in the last edition. We used the autoflow button. There's a feature here where if halfway through the project you wanted to change your project, so we are currently working on a 20 by 20 centimeter square Sunnification book, but I decided I want to go for an A4 portrait style book. I just go and click here and the software will automatically change that. It also gives you the differences in price between the book that you're working on and the book that you may want to change it to. Just cancel that for now. You can zoom in and zoom out if you want to go into the detail and flip pages from here. You've also got a feature here which gives you a preview of your book, which you can click at any time, and it just shows you what the book will look like. Again, you can go through each of the pages and see exactly what it's going to come out like. Okay, you can shut that down that way. Quickly talk you through the top bar here. like any of the Windows programs, you have your file where you can save, close the project. You can check the project to see if there's any missing text boxes, to see if there's any pictures that of not insufficient quality. You can create a proof. To create a proof, what this will do is it'll save your work. It'll save it as a 75 dpi product. You can save it onto your desktop, which means you can email it out to your friends or family or clients to show them what you've created before you've actually created it. The program will save this with watermarks so that it prevents printing, and the quality will be a low quality. But it is something that you can print out if you wanted to go and show your friends and family if you're making a book and you wanted them to proof it before you actually printed it out. The order button here is the same button as we have up here as an icon, and within preferences, if you ever wanted to change the measurements from millimeters to inches, you can do so, and if you want to untick the automatic check for updates, you can do so as well. If you so desired, you could also select an external picture editor where you could, when you double click on your pictures, it'll take you to your preferred picture editor. In the edit facilities, you've got very standard features. You've got the change, your undo, your cut, copy, paste, delete. Within your insert, you can insert a picture box, you can insert a shape or a text box. Within your page, here you can insert pages, you can duplicate a page. So I'll just show you how that insert page works. So it's just changed, it's added additional pages. But if I so wished to duplicate that page, I just go to page, duplicate, it just repeats that page exactly as it was. You can add and delete, you can rearrange pages. The rearrange pages option allows you to move pages up and down. So once you've created your book, especially when you use the autoflow button, it's very easy to move the sequence of your pages around to meet what you so desire. You can view, you can hide the inspector, there's lots of options here. You can add a ruler, you can bring in guidelines if you wanted to bring in guidelines, zoom in, zoom out, add grids. If you wanted to hide the toolbar, you could hide the toolbar. So you've got plenty of options within the view. Within the help, we've quickly touched on that. You can have a look at our online help page, or which will take you to our software, it will take you to our website. You can have a look at the product information, disable the assistant, or change the sound, or enable or disable the sound. And that's it. That's the end of tutorial 3. In tutorial 4, we'll go through the ordering process, and we'll talk a little bit more about how you can create page turner reviews and share your work once ordered.